Welcome back and thank you so much for staying with us right here on Harmonious Family. The hashtag is Relationship Thursday. So please talk to us on our social media handles. It's at DigiTV Kenya on Facebook, Instagram, and please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. So before we went for a short commercial break, we were basically talking about intimacy, and we've talked about a couple of types of intimacy, and that is what we are going to do right now. And of course, I am joined by Peter James Gitonga, who is a family psychologist and a family coach. So before we get into that, Bishop, you have a book known as Harmony. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about this book.
This book is it's designed to address family issues.
Okay.
It's more basically for understand our temperament. How as a couple we better understand each other. And first of all, understand yourself. Then understand your spouse, and that allows you to build a strong and a healthy relationship both in marriage and in family. So basically it's just to address the issues of family, but basically helping the individual person understand himself. And because when you know yourself, then you can understand the other person better.
True.
And when you understand the other person better, then you have to live in harmony with each other.
Right.
Yes.
So this is not only for couples or anyone who's dating, it's for everybody.
This book is designed for self-care. It's basically a self-care book whereby anyone who has dreams of one day becoming a family person or to be in any kind of relationship, it's so healthy for you to at a personal level to take this self-care book and just read for yourself. This is knowledge, and this information will be able to help you, to help any one of us in the journey of marriage and family. Yes.
So I am hoping, like I see, like we have 6 chapters here. So one of these findings we're going to be discussing one by one.
One by one.
Yes.
Take time and go through them. Discuss what we can bring some knowledge to our viewers and just to the community. Yes, because the heart is just to serve the community and to empower each other.
All right. So if anyone wants to get this book, actually, how can they reach out to you?
Yes, we are yet to agree in a few bookshops that they have really done a request. So we are yet to harmonize the distribution. But before the books is in the market, you can call us, or you can call the station, or you can get my number, and you can be able to agree on a moment you can receive the book.
All right. There you have it. If you need this book, it's called Harmony, just to help you, become a better individual, even as a person, not only in couples or anything. So please make sure, if you need one, talk to us on our social media handles, DigiTV Kenya on Facebook and Instagram. We shall be able to deliver this to you. Thank you so much, Bishop, for that. So before we went for a short commercial break, we were talking about intimacy, and now we want to go to creative intimacy, where we are supposed to express ourselves through maybe passions, what we love doing. So what is the importance of creative intimacy, and what is creative intimacy?
Yes, creative intimacy is one of aspects in the entire circle of intimacy. And most of us as couples or as individuals, when you're trying to get to intimacy, we don't realize that creativity is a strength and is a very important aspect in any relationship. This is whereby we are able to express ourselves through our passions. There's that which you love and comes naturally. And unconsciously, it takes a bit of your time. And you take a bit of time in the relationship. So as a couple, what is that you are able to share together? What is that you are able to do together? What is that can allow you to have intimacy, quality time together? So creative intimacy is that expression of ourselves through things that we love doing. And it's very healthy for a couple to have some creativity in their relationship. And when we get those, when we have creativity in our relationship, then our intimacy grows. Our intimacy becomes stronger, and even their ability to understand each other takes a very high note, and it's healthy, very healthy to a relationship. So couples must be able to have that the ability to have creativity in their relationship and in intimacy. And maybe you may ask me, what are these kind of passions? You know, each one of us has different passions, but I believe as a couple there's one or two where you connect. It can be in form of art, it can be in form of music. You know, people love singing. It can be in form of dancing. You know, it can be in form maybe of sports. People love sports, and this can be any kind of sport: gym, football, adventurers, maybe climbing mountains, about adventuring, traveling. Those are passions that we love. And you can imagine where a couple have something that they share their time together, that you love. Maybe they love adventure, and these two of them, they can create time among themselves to go out there and climb a mountain. It increases the bondness, the oneness, the togetherness. They share a lot, and they grow in their intimacy. So creative intimacy is also a very important area that any person will get into a relationship to consider. Yes.
So what if I don't love what you love? For example, you've talked about, mountain climbing, and we can even talk about football. You know, men, a lot of men love football,
Yes.
but we find like we ladies, we don't love to watch football.
It's
So
true.
what if? So how do you work on that?
You know, there must be one thing
Oh, okay.
that you couple, we all say, I like Paul's repel. No, and like Paul's repel, and like Paul's attract.
Yeah.
So what you are saying, in our personality, or in our personality, how we are formed, we see we have what we call primary temperament or personality, and the secondary personality. And either of them, as a couple, because each has a primary and secondary, there is one that you share. That's why you have to say, kuna kitu, kuna mbaki napatananga.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, there's something we share together. There's a way we connect. So that thing that you connect, that should be your strength. That should be where maybe you love football, and maybe you love music. So you're in two different worlds. But maybe there's something you love, maybe both of you love swimming. So you have a swimming as a common denominator, where both of you come together. So how can you use that aspect of swimming to be an intimacy season or time that you are able to connect and be together? So you can make swimming as your adventure, where you can be going out once in a while, and you create your bond. You have something to share together. So I believe every couple, they must have at least one thing that you share together. So use that one, that passion, that thing that you share your expression together. Make it something that you can use as a couple to grow your intimacy and to have creativity around it, so that you can be able to enjoy it and can keep you together, can hold you together, can enrich you together, can make you grow deeper in love, and can create strong bonds that as a couple you have something that you can owe to each other. Yes.
All right, so let's move because of time. We want to talk about experimental intimacy.
Yes.
We are supposed to be, sharing our past experiences.
Experiential intimacy.
Okay.
Yes, experiential intimacy is a good thing.
Yeah.
And depending with the journey of life, these things, when they are shared, there's that feelings of likeness towards each other. And it's very important. Experiential intimacy is very important. This is where individuals are able to share the experiences in life.
The past.
The past or present.
All right.
You're able to bring what you are going through you're able to bring what you have been, what has happened before to your relationship, to your friendship, maybe if it's married, to your marriage, and to your to whatever you are doing as a couple, and it makes you and it basically it starts out to enhance your friendship, to enhance your love for each other, to enhance your intimacy, because experiences, if it's brought from a positive aspect, it becomes a tool for learning from each other and a tool for strengthening each other, depending on what is being addressed. You know, when a couple meet, friends meet together, and you have something that experiences that you have in common. For instance, both of you went to boarding school in the Bundus or in the up-countries, and in your foundation you share the experiences of high school and what we went through. So we have something in common that actually, hey, or this girlfriend or this boyfriend, when we come from the same roots, we have something that we share. That you have something you can talk together and exchange ideas and connect, and that can create some boldness of experiential. That you have something, where you have been, have also been there. So it creates a foundation of connection. You know, if it's a family background, couples that have persons that have come from very humble families, whereby luck was part of the experiences in certain areas of life. When you're able to sit together and share those kind of experiences, you learn from each other, you encourage each other, you connect with each other, you understand each other. And basically what you are saying, that there's something in common in that relationship. You have some experiences that you can lean on. And those experiences can help you even in the current situation or in the future when, as a couple, you are going through certain experiences. You have a place you can look back and say, as a family, or from my family of origin, we were once here and we came out. Or us as couple, we have been there before. And today, even with this new challenge, we can still come out. So experiential experiences are very important in any relationship. And those experiences, if they are used in a positive manner, they create a very strong intimacy. So in the circle of the intimacy, in general, experiential intimacy is very important, very, very important.
Yeah. Yes. So how far should you go with telling your past, experiences in a relationship? Because it is so sad to say that sometimes when you bring up some past, especially on matters intimacy, that people ask each other about maybe, for example, body counts or something. Is it good to go to that level?
The level of maturity matters a lot in any relationship. You see, we say, whatever you are bringing on the table, is it worth it? You must ask yourself, is it able to build this strong, to make this relationship strong, or is it going to destroy this relationship? Is this information, is it important? So at a personal level, it's very important to ask yourself some of these questions. And if you know, and it's not that important, then there's no need of opening some boxes that create unnecessary insecurity or situations that will destroy your relationship. But there are some things that you must have gone through which cannot be hidden for long. And along the way, they will come up naturally. There are some things that you may think you are the only one who knows, and you're trying to hide it, but relatives know about them, or friends know about them. And some of these experiences, they are bound to come along the journey of relationship. along the journey of your marriage, they are bound to come. So those kind of experiences is good to share them. Very important to
The good ones.
The good, even if they are bad,
Yeah.
even if they are bad, but they are in the public domain. It's good to bring forth, because when information that is in the public domain, you hide it. Along the way, some of those files and letters that have preview to those information, they will bring forth, and they may bring it forth in a situation that is not, or in a manner that is not very conducive and healthy, and it may end up affecting your relationship. So if there are some information, experiences which are out there, positive or negative, that in the public domain, within the family circles or your friends circles, and you are beginning a relationship here, it's good to share them. Because you keep quiet, they'll hurt you later.
Yeah.
For instance, I've seen couples or young people, ladies or men who have, as they are growing up, they happen to have gotten kids. So maybe as a kid at home, or the young man as a kid with another girl, and it's public known to the family. And the new relationship, he doesn't mention it. But you see, 7 years relationship, one day a young man comes in and says, I've come to look for my father. And you're wondering, where is this? I've come looking for my mother. And I'm wondering, the guy is wondering, who is your mother here? So some of those small things, which are experiences that you can't hide.
Yeah, true.
It's good to share them and let them be known. So that from the one go in your intimacy and in your relationship, these things they are known between yourself.
Yeah, so there's nothing to hide.
There's nothing to hide and to fear. So I make a decision knowing that I'm making a decision because, and this information is out there.
Yeah.
This information, it's known by family members. So as I'm getting to this relationship, I'm aware of A, B, C, D, and I'm making a choice, a personal, informed decision to love this person and to make it my part of my family or part of his family, knowing that this is there. That is very important than lying. And then once everything is said and done, along the way it comes out. It is going to have a negative implication to your relationship. And the issue of trust, issue of intimacy, issue of oneness will all be destroyed. And it's not healthy, it's not good. So it's good to share these things. Yes.
So the key thing here is don't keep secrets. If they love you, they love. If they don't, they don't. Okay.
But what you are saying, there are things that are personal, that experiences that you might have gone through, and they are not very healthy or important, and they have no major implications. And it's personal. Why bring them? That can cause your relationship, and they have nothing in common, or they are never going to meet anywhere with your relationship and with your marriage. Such kind of information, bringing the issue of a boyfriend that you fought for or and you had in the high school 30 years ago, it has no importance at this time, So there are some things that you may think that you want to bring them, but they end up being some unnecessary issues, which are not.
And ladies actually love sharing these things with their boyfriends. I don't know why.
No, it's not bad. I've seen, as long as it has no negative towards your relationship, it's okay. But what I'm saying, there are those personal experiences that you have gone through that may not be healthy to the conversation, to your health or marriage, but you are the only one who knows them. But even if you know them, they are experiences which have no major impact at a personal level or even with your emotions. It has nothing major impact with your emotions. So there's no way it is going to destroy your relationship. Some of those Pandora's box, they have no any benefit to bring them forth to your new relationship.
Right.
Yes.
Well understood. So let's talk about spiritual intimacy now because of time. This is okay. So how do you get to form your views? What is spiritual intimacy?
You know, there's something that sometimes as a couple we don't appreciate.
Yeah.
Is the intimacy that brings us together spiritually.
Okay.
And spiritual intimacy is that situation where both of us share ideas or beliefs or values that are same. Spiritual intimacy can be religion or religious matters, or can be in terms of beliefs and values that I hold dear to them. And when those beliefs and values that I hold dear to them, if they are touched or if they are not part of me, then I feel like I'm being destroyed or I don't exist in this relationship. So it's very important when, as couples, friends, in your journey of relationship, to be able to share and to agree and to come to a level of understanding on the intimacy in terms of spiritual issues. And this, I can look at them from two perspectives. I can look at them from the church or religious matters. Do we have a common understanding, or we have a common goal in terms that we share certain faith matters? Do we go to the same kind of church? Do we believe in the same kind of beliefs as values or as spiritual issues that connect us with our Maker and connect us with the community? So those things must be well understood and appreciated among the couple. Because if they are not there, there will be a crisis in the journey of marriage. For instance, you'll find couples whereby when it comes to church issues, in fact it begins from the day of the wedding. What kind of a wedding are we doing to have? Is it a church or not a church? It's because of the values. The girl believes, the girls or the boy believes maybe because of their values I have to get married in a church wedding. The other one believes that I don't need to go to a wedding. You can do it from the AG office, and that is marriage. Values and beliefs. So it's very important. Even when God gives us gifts of in the form of children, where will He take them? Where are they going to be taught? What values are we going to? Are we going to take them to church? And in the church, which kind of church are we going to? What do I subscribe to? Those areas are very important. And let me tell you something. If you define that, even when it comes to intimacy issues, you are going to have, you won't be able to connect. Those are small issues but very complicated matters in terms of relationship. So it's good to be able to appreciate that. When it comes to general values, is issues of moral, moral issues. To some, drinking or doing funny things, it's normal. And to some, I don't subscribe myself to this kind of issues. And to others, it's okay. So where's the line? So it's very important as a couple to discuss these issues of values. Issues of dress code, values, issues of friendship, but issues of associations. All those things, they all play in terms of our spiritual issues. So it's very important as a couple to address those things. And if they're not addressed, they will play a critical role in your intimacy life. And if they're not taken care, this journey that began with only physical, people start drifting from each other. And before long, you are two persons in the same relationship, but on a different journey, on a different path. They are parallel lines going different way, and there's nowhere you come together.
True.
And your intimacy life is totally affected and destroyed. And when those fabrics have been destroyed and affected, then the oneness issue, the friendship, the togetherness is no more. And those persons before long, they may not be able to enjoy their oneness, and they will be looking for a way out from that kind of relationship, or they live in that relationship for the sake of staying there, but attached to other persons where they can draw that intimacy. Yes.
All right. So Bishop, after all is said and done, something needs to be done, right?
Yes.
So I'm just wondering, how do you develop long-lasting intimacy in a relationship or in a marriage?
Very important. And that was saying, if we are told information, it's very important. And even the Bible informs that where people perish because of lack of knowledge. So knowledge is very important. And what we are seeing, even in this Harmonious program, we are trying to bring this knowledge to our community, to our brothers and sisters in Christ, or anyone who is listening to us. That understanding this kind of intimacies help you strengthen your relationship. And what we are saying, what can make that relationship or that intimacy strong and long-lasting, or able to withstand the test of time. I believe where there is openness to each other, this is very important. How can I be open to you? I can only be open to you where there is communication. Number two, we are able to be vulnerable to each other. That I'm able to bring myself to you and express myself to you, and vice versa, with respect and honor. As I'm able to listen to you and take what you have said with honor and respect, and appreciate you, and then from there build each other. So it's very important to be open, to be vulnerable to each other, and in that vulnerability there is respect, and there is the matters of issues of understanding. The other key important there is trustworthy. Can we be trust to each other? Can I trust you with my information? Can I trust you with my information? Can I trust you with my life? Can I trust you with my experiences? So are you worthy for me to pour my experiences, to pour my matters before you, and out of it, it's used positively to bring us together. So issue of trustworthy is very important. The other thing that I believe must be taken care and must be inclusive is where couples become honest to each other. The key word is honest. Can we be honest to each other? Because honesty plays a very critical role. That we can open our hearts, our feelings, our thoughts, our emotion to each other, and you are able to come to the level of connecting and understanding each other without judging each other, and without feeling that I'm not being understood, I'm not being felt, but allowed to express myself honestly, and also the recipient is able to bring me in to the level to be able to connect. That's very important. The other issue is acceptability. We must be able to learn to accept each other. No matter how situations are, I must learn to accept you. We may not, for instance, in creativity, we must not enjoy the same gifts. We might not be able to enjoy the same creativity, but I can accept you, and you can accept me, and we can find a common ground that we can have an intimacy in among those many activities, and we can able to explore our togetherness and our friendship. That is very important. I feel also the other issue that we need to consider is compassionate. Can we be compassionate to each other? The word compassion nowadays seems to have been thrown away. I don't think is a common word in any marriage nowadays. But compassionate, being compassionate to each other is very important. Even the Bible talks about it. Because there is love in it. There is this oneness in it. There is the trust in it. There is the joy that comes with compassion. Standing for each other, being there for each other, leaning on each other's shoulder, feeling each other, emotionally being pulled together. So it's very important. So compassionate is a key important aspect that you cannot do away with. And I wish that every one of us can be able to have compassionate. And maybe compassionate goes hand with care. Can we be able to care for each other? So important. For us to have intimacy, we must show love of care. We must be able to care for each other. We must be able to bring together ourselves within ourselves and take care of each other in terms of spiritual, in terms of physical, in terms of intellectual understanding. We must be able to take care of the emotional of each other. We must be able to appreciate each other. Because when they appreciate you, then means I can be caring, can show care in what you are going through. So all those things are very important. And I believe last year, not the least, but just understanding. Able to understand each other. Plays a very common. You might share different background, you might share different understanding in terms of intimacy, but understanding each other and understanding the circumstances and the seasons that we are in plays a very critical role that can enhance our intimacy. So I believe as couples or individuals, it's good to understand each other.
Okay.
It's a few of there are so many, but I feel that those will be very important for us to be able to understand each other and to grow our intimacy.
Okay. Thank you so much, Bishop, for giving us or getting us into insight on matters intimacy. And I hope next time we shall even talk about another, topic that really helps those who are watching us out there, especially on matters relationship and even marriages. So that is what we have for today, and I want just to remind you about this amazing book. It's called Harmony, and the author is our very own James Peter Gitonga, who is a family psychologist, family counselor. So in case you have any problem on matters relationship and family issues, feel free to talk to him. Actually, you can give them your social handles. Maybe they can get in touch.
Yes, maybe to be able to appear at the bottom of the screen there, and they can get it from there, and we'll be able to assist each other about just about caring and sharing experiences and uplifting each other and encouraging each other in this journey of marriage and family is very important. Maybe what I can say is sometimes we do training. We do trainings for corporate trainings. This is church workshops, seminars. We do all those kind of trainings. We also do premarital counseling and premarital trainings, just to prepare us in different aspects and in different levels towards family and marriage. Those who are getting in, we prepare them to be able to understand what they are putting themselves into, and those that are already in there, how to navigate the seasons of life that that comes with being inside marriage. So we can be able to assist at any level if you are sourced, and I'm sure we can do it in form of a workshop, in form of seminar, one-on-one. We will be there to assist. That's why we are here. That's for us in the ministry. That's a way of life, and we believe that what God has given to us is very important to be able to share with our brothers and sisters out there.
All right, thank you so much, and we thank God for you, and
Thank you so
you're doing
much.
a great work. So that is what we had for today. That is a harmonious family, and the hashtag actually is Relationship Thursday. So each and every single Thursday from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. this is what you can be looking up for. My good name is Alisa Njura Mwangi. Till next Thursday, have yourself a lovely, lovely, lovely day.